Most people think empathy makes you a saint, but the truth is it often makes you a mug. You're trained to say yes, to be kind, to keep the peace. It feels normal, but every yes quietly takes away your time, your focus, and your life. And here's the twist. The longer you do it, the less people take you seriously. That's how toxic empathy keeps you small.
And this is why it matters. If you don't break it, you'll stay drained. Always useful to others, but never building anything for yourself. But once you stop it, you get your time back, your energy back, and for the first time, people start treating you like someone who matters. Now, I'm sure you've felt it. Someone unloads their problems on you and you feel guilty if you don't step in. And you tell yourself, I'm just being kind. But afterwards, you're tired, smaller, even maybe resentful.
Yeah, I had a client who was like that, Michelle, and they were brilliant at this. Every meeting, he'd slip in extra work, and he always framed it as a favour. And me, I said yes, every time. Looked like good service, but it was free labour. He got ahead, I got stuck. That's toxic empathy. You tell yourself you're helping, but really you're just holding yourself back.
And that's probably why you're here, because you've already noticed this pattern in yourself. That awareness shows you're not asleep. Now the question is, what are you going to do with it?
Well, empathy, it's healthy, it's understanding. But toxic empathy is when that understanding turns into obligation. You don't just feel what they feel, you feel guilty if you don't fix their problem. And it looks noble. People praise you for being reliable, generous, selfless, but you're not choosing. You're being run by fear. Fear of looking selfish, of letting people down, of being awkward. That's not kindness. That's control.
Yeah, and for many of us, it started really young, didn't it? A parent you felt you had to protect, a teacher that always called you the helpful one. Back then, saying yes kept you safe. That was clever survival. But now, that very same reflex is the same thing keeping you stuck.
And it doesn't just stop there. In the UK, it's baked into the culture. Keep your head down, be polite, don't make a fuss. From school to work, you're rewarded for putting others first and never rocking that boat. It's why you apologise when someone else bumps into you, or say no worries when it clearly is a worry. It feels like good manners, but really it's programming, and it keeps people small because standing tall feels like breaking those rules.
Think about this. When someone asks for help while you're exhausted, what's your instinct? Do you say yes straight away, even though your stomach's tied in knots? Or do you pause, take a breath, and sometimes say no?
If it's always yes, that's not weakness. It's proof you were smart enough to learn young that keeping the peace kept you safe. That was survival intelligence. But what protected you then is the same thing that's keeping you stuck right now. Recognize it for what it is, a habit, not who you actually are.
So here's something to try. Next time, pause 3 seconds before you answer. Ask, am I choosing this, or am I just scared to say no? That pause is the start of getting your power back.
Yes, because toxic empathy is self-betrayal with an halo on it. You tell yourself you're good, but really you're just scared of conflict. You'd rather bite your own tongue than risk someone sighing at you. And what do you get for it? Oh, well done, you're the nice one. Meanwhile, your own ambitions sit in that corner gathering dust. And let's not pretend otherwise. Nobody's giving you a medal for the evenings you've spent listening to a mate moan on about their ex, or for the weekends you've lost covering your boss while he played golf. That's not kindness, that's servitude. And the joke? You volunteered. You auditioned for Doormat of the Year and thought it was noble. It's laughable if it wasn't so tragic.
And that's why this matters, because you're smart enough to spot when empathy gets twisted. Real kindness makes space for you as well. That's the kind of intelligence that leads to growth. So how do you break free? First, notice when the guilt kicks in. Second, Give yourself permission to pause before you answer.
And when I finally said to a client, that's outside our deal, but here's how we're going to handle it, I braced myself for real trouble, but nothing happened. He respected it. He paid. And in that moment, I realized all the punishment I feared was coming was actually in my head. Avoiding conflict felt rational, but the cost was years of lost progress. Most people don't punish you for boundaries. They respect you. The only person who punished me, well, it was me.
Yeah, and that's the shift, isn't it? Boundaries don't push people away. They show them where you stand, and the right ones, they value you more for it.
So here's your toolkit. Notice the guilt. Pause 1, 2, 3 seconds. Name what's yours and what isn't. Do that consistently and you'll stop giving your life away, and finally have the space to build a life.
So notice, pause, name. From survival reflex to conscious choice, from drained to building your own path.
So if this rings true, don't just nod along. Test it this week. Pause before you say yes. And notice how much lighter you feel, how much time you suddenly get back. That's the proof that your life gets bigger the moment you stop giving it away.
And if you're ready to keep breaking the patterns that keep you small, hit subscribe, because it's not just people holding you back, it's the system itself. And it's also that monster that you're scared of becoming.